Hi, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out a chord melody version of Silent Night. Good one to learn for Christmas. It's kind of a beginner level, upper beginner probably. It's using fingerstyle, but there are no tricky chords. There's no big stretches. It's mostly kind of block playing where you're using your thumb and your three fingers at the same time. So nothing particularly difficult there in the finger picking part as well. There's a tab and a guitar profile available for this song. The tab is obviously going to help you a lot knowing which strings you should be picking. And the cool thing with a guitar profile does the same thing, but you can also use it as a little play along thing, you know, and adjust the tempo. So you can slow it kind of right down and play along with it and gradually use that to get the song up to full speed. So that's a pretty useful thing. Just go to the website, use the search bar and search for Silent Night. It's probably the easiest way to find these particular files for yourself. We're going to be doing a close-up of the left hand. First of all, I'll take you through all of the fretting, and then we'll go and have a little bit more of a look at the finger picking parts and the way that you might approach that. So let's get to a close-up. Okay, so we're starting off here with a G chord. A little bit of an unusual G, that we're putting the second finger down in the third fret of the thicker string. We're not going to be playing the fifth string, but we want to make sure the underneath of that second finger is muting that string. We're going to be playing the fourth string and the third string open, then third finger on the third fret of the second string. Then we're going to play the thinner string, so make sure the third finger is kind of lifted up enough. If it's leaning too far over, you'll get that mute. So nice and high, bring your hand kind of forward. Play the open E string, back to the second string, then lift off the third finger. Playing the same strings, that's the sixth string and second, third and fourth strings. Again, those first two bars. So 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, and again. 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're on to bar 5. So we're literally just using the first finger to bar the thinnest three strings at the 5th fret. We're also playing the open 4th string, the open D string. And then we play the chord again, and then go down to a D. Still just playing the thinnest 4 strings, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now this one is a G with a D bass. That's the name of the chord. So first finger, third fret, second string, second finger, third fret, first string, and then reach over with your third finger into the fourth fret of the third string. And we're playing the open D. Okay, we play it all together. Then just the chord part, the thinnest 3 strings, and then we're at that chord that we started off with. Let me run just through that first 8 bars there for you. So we've got the G, open E, back to the B string, finger off for the G chord. Again, same pattern. Then we've got the little bar at the 5th fret, and then back to the D, the G with the D bass, the chord, and back to the G. One more time with the rhythm count. So it's 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're to a C chord. So we're just playing the 5th string there and the thinnest 3 strings again. Just the thinnest 3 strings. Then we do this. Now this is really a C with a G bass. It's actually still just a regular old C chord, but we're moving the bass note to here, and we're putting little finger down on the 3rd fret. Make sure it's the little finger on the 3rd fret of the thinnest string. Okay, again we're playing the thinnest 4 strings. Then third finger will go down in the second fret. Lift little finger off, and then lift off the third finger to get the open string. Okay, so C, thinner string, leave first and second fingers down, just put little finger down, then third finger down on the second fret, lift it off. Now we got, this is the top part of a G chord, so it will be called a G over D, but we're just playing, thumb is actually going to be playing the fourth string there, and then we're playing the third and the second strings as well. Play the thinner string, play the second string, and then we're back to the G. So just this C part again, so C chord, thinner three strings, third finger comes off, little finger goes down, little finger off to third finger, off, little G chord, open E, and then to a G. It's actually doing that twice anyway. The count, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3. Here's the second time, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, the last section. Okay, so we're starting off with the first finger bar at the 5th fret, covering the thinnest 3 strings. We're playing the open D string as well. Then we play just the chord, the thinnest 3 strings. Then we move that shape up 2 frets, put our second finger down in the 8th fret of the thinnest string. See, the trickiest bit of the whole song, it's not particularly tricky. Then little finger reaches down to the 10th fret of the second string. You're going to play that one note and then lift it off and play that note there, which is the 7th fret of the second string. So here, 5th fret, move it up 2, second finger goes down, little finger down on the second string, then play that 7th fret. Then we're back to the G with a D bass, chord that we used earlier. And then we're going up to this interesting chord. This is actually another G with a D bass, but you can see it looks very much like a regular D chord. Just the same as our open D chord, but we've moved it up to the 7th fret. Let's just take that one section now because it's the trickiest bit. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Again, that section, the bar, chord, move it up, melody, G over D to G over D further up the neck. Last bit. Okay, so now we're starting with little finger. We're playing the thinnest 4 strings. So open, 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 3rd fret. Third finger's going to go down in the 3rd fret of the second string and then lift off to the open string. Now we've got this chord, which is a D with an F sharp bass. So second finger on the thicker string, 2nd fret, open D string, that's the 4th string. Third finger goes down in 2nd fret of 3rd string, little finger goes down in 3rd fret of 2nd string. Little finger lifts off and you put first finger in the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Then we play the 3rd string, move that 2nd finger up to the 3rd fret, and we're going to play that note and the middle 2 strings only. Okay, so this last part. And then we've got harmonics at the 12th fret. It's kind of optional if you want a nice little ending, so pressing very, very lightly with your 3rd finger. Well, it doesn't really matter what finger you want to do it with really, but 3rd finger is probably a good place to start. And then just pressing really lightly right above the fret, okay? Not behind or above, right on top of the actual bit of metal. Give it a good solid pick, and if you want to do a real show-offy thing, you can reach over with the other hand, okay, and then just hit. So make sure your thumb is actually pressing on the back of the neck. That'll help you do a hit, because you can't see it if it just looks like I'm pointing to it like that, but holding it onto at the back, and then give it a good sharp hammer there with the first finger, and drag it to the first single dot after your double dot. Okay, the only reason for doing that is just a little show-off thing. If you're playing it for family at the end, you've just done this really nice piece, they're already impressed that you're playing guitar, and then you reach over, do that. It's just a little bit of showmanship at the end. Okay, so we're starting off with the first chord. Thumb is going to be playing the thicker string. Fingers 1, 2 and 3 are working like a block, playing 4th string, 3rd string and 2nd string. Playing it all together, then 3rd finger will play the thinner string and the 2nd string. Then we're back to a block with the thumb and fingers 1, 2 and 3 on strings 2, 3 and 4. That first part, block, 3rd finger, block again. And this repeats that. Now we've got thumb playing the 4th string and fingers 1, 2 and 3 on the thinnest 3 strings. Then to a D chord. It's just a block again. All of those together. Then we've got the same G with the D bass together, then just the fingers, then back to that initial G chord. So thumb is playing the thicker strings, fingers 1, 2 and 3 on 2, 3 and 4. Now thumb's moving over to the 5th string. We're now at the C chord part. It's going to be playing that string, fingers 1, 2 and 3 on the thinnest 3 strings. Just the strings again. Now we go to the C with the E bass. Thumb is going to be moving over to the 4th string. I'm going to talk about this roll in a second because it's a very useful little technique, but for now just think of it as a block. Then 3rd finger again, 3rd finger. Now thumb 1 and 2 only, 3rd finger, 2nd finger, block. Okay, so that little part, this is the G with a D bass. Thumb is right over on the 4th string, 1st finger and 2nd finger only. 3rd finger is going to play the thinner string, 2nd finger plays the 2nd string. Then we've got that block again with the fingers 1, 2 and 3 on 2, 3 and 4 and the bass note. Does that section again. Okay, last section. Okay, so thumb playing the 4th string, 1, 2 and 3 on the thinnest 3 strings. Just the fingers, move it up with the bass note. You're just going to use 2nd finger to play twice. It's the easiest thing. There are other options you could try, but that's probably the easiest one. Then block chords again with the bass note. Block chord again. Then 2nd finger, block chord. Now thumb's playing the bass string, the thicker string. Rest of the fingers are on strings 2, 3 and 4. 3rd finger's going to play the 2nd string. 2nd finger's going to play the 3rd string. And then that last little chord there, thumb. And just fingers 1 and 2. Okay. Okay, and for the harmonics, normally I'd use thumb 1 and 2 there. Not really sure why. You could definitely use the fingers by itself, but doing thumb 1 and 2 kind of gives it a little bit more grit there on the on those last notes. I'm sure you're going to have a whole lot of fun both learning and performing this tune for your family and friends over the festive season. The big trick with this kind of tune is taking it real slow and making sure that you get it right before you speed it up. So don't be in a hurry, just really take your time, make sure that you've got the right fingers, that you're confident with the finger style, and only when you're really sure that you got it right do you want to start speeding it up. Again, really helpful to use the Guitar Pro thing on that, you know, to slow it right down to, I don't know, 60 beats a minute or something like that, and just really be able to play it along and make sure you got the rhythm right and you're solid with it all, and then gradually just bump that tempo up and up and up until you're at the full speed or the speed that you want to play it at. So lastly, I'd like to wish you an absolutely wonderful Christmas and all of the very best wishes for next year. I hope you have plenty of time to chill out and practice your guitar over this little holiday period, and I'll see you for plenty more lessons next year. You take care of yourselves and each other. Bye bye.